What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm back here at Infiniti of Sarasota, checking out this completely redesigned 2025 Infiniti QX80. Yes, it's all brand new, and today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out as far as the design, powertrain, technology, and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and now let's get back to this. It's hard to believe that the QX80 was first introduced in 2004, so 21 years ago. If you look at the model years, this is 2025, of course. Now, it definitely made its mark in the large luxury SUV segment, but I think the last generation, they kind of hang on to it for way too long. Now, they definitely made up for it with this generation. Let me grab the camera. I'm going to show you some details. There's no hiding it that this is a large SUV, 83 inches in width. And as you can see on the right-hand side, I have the blinker blinking. This is all new design, of course. And if you don't have the turn signal on, this is how the daytime running lights are going to look like. Down below, you have your headlamps. These are all LEDs. And look at the size of this air curtains. I mean, you can definitely stick your hand in it if you wanted to. Now, massive grille. Now, this is the staple of the current generation vehicles. They have to be big. They have to be bold. And Infiniti is no different. Huge Infiniti logo underneath here. You have this front view camera. And everything at the bottom is finished in the same color as the rest of this vehicle. What's changed? That's what's underneath the hood. Let's pop it up and find out. Well, the previous generation QX80 would give any environmentalist an anxiety attack due to its size at V8. This is powered up by a brand new 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6, producing more horsepower than the outgoing generation, 450 and 516 pound-feet of torque. That's 50 more horsepower and 100 more pound-feet of torque than the previous V8. It's made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Gas mileage, well, not that great. 17 is the combined number, but considering the weight and the size of this vehicle, this is actually not bad at all. The hood is held up by the hood struts, got some sound insulation underneath here. I'm really excited to take you for a spin in it at the end of this video. And while this 2025 QX80 has been completely redesigned, when you look at the side profile of it, you can definitely recognize that it is a QX80. It is large. It's about an inch longer than the outgoing generation at 211 inches. 78 inches is the height of it, and 83 inches is the width. Now, it sits on 22-inch wheels. This sensor trim, that is, this is a standard equipment on it. We have 275 by 50 is the size of the tire, and we have the adjustable air suspension. I like the shape and the colors on these rims as well. Here on the side, you have this trim, including a little bit of polished aluminum and the shiny black color. In the mirror, you have the side view camera, turn signal, blind spot assist, and of course, we have this new style of door handles. You can lock and unlock this vehicle as long as you have the key somewhere on you. As you can see, it has the power folding mirrors, side steps, not power, just the regular side steps on it. Lots of windows, should have a great visibility. We're going to definitely check that out while driving. But before that, let's go around the corner and let's see what's going on right here in the back. And while overall shape remains the same, the design has changed quite a bit. Right on top, you have two shark fin antennas, third brake light, and the gate spoiler. The wiper is hidden underneath here. And look at this taillights, nicely glowing across the entire width of the vehicle. Infiniti is spelled out. You have the rear view camera, and then this is the button to release and the gate. QX80 four-wheel drive. Pretty cool design as far as the bottom portion of the bumper. You also have a tow hitch This vehicle is capable of towing up to 8,500 pounds. Let's get close to it, wave my foot underneath here, and see if we can see what's going on the inside. Do it again. Well, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. Push the button, and here it is. Get the floor mats out up on top. You have a lock and close as far as the gate settings behind the third row seat. You have about 23 cubic feet of space. You also have your AC 120 volts, max 150 watts as far as the regular household power outlet. On the other side, you can adjust the height of this vehicle. It is big, so if you want to load something up, you can drop it down. And you also have the adjustments for the second and third row seats. Let's see how they work. It's pretty easy. Push the button, let it go. You can do it for all of them. And check this out, guys. One touch operation, third and second row seats, both folding down really nice. Now, with all of the seats folded down, you have over 101 cubic feet of storage. So you can definitely move like a small apartment. Okay. While we have this down, let's see what's going on for the third row passengers. So they have the ability to charge their own smartphones or devices with this USB Type-C charger. You have the cup holders, and you have the ability to fold down. I think this is the reclining, actually the seats ahead of you. We're going to check that out just to make sure. Now you have your own vents as a third row seat passenger, and illumination up on top as well. So this should be really nice. I'm going to jump inside and see if I could fit as almost 6 foot tall adult in there. But before I do that, let me show you one other thing. In order to put the seats back up, all you have to do is push all of these buttons and check it out. The vehicle is doing its job, unlike some of the other competitors. Underneath here, you have a little bit more storage. Now, the spare tire is here, so don't worry about it. It's actually underneath the vehicle. Let's see if I can check this out. But underneath this, you have your jack and the tools to help you change the tire in case you need that. And here, let's get underneath here. Yep, there's your spare tire. So how do we get to the third row seat? I love this interior. We're going to get to it in just a little bit. Now, you can do it two different ways, right? You have this console that's kind of slim, so it lets you pass through and get into the third row seat. Or you can move this seat out of the way. All right, I push the button and let the vehicle do the job. Okay, it's all power, but it's pretty quick, actually. Let me jump inside, see if I have any room there. Here it is, the third row seat. I'm 5 foot 11 inches. I have, well, about half an inch, maybe a little bit more than half an inch above my head. So not a whole lot of room, but enough for me to fit in there. As far as the shoulder room, I feel pretty comfortable in here. Let's see what's going on with my legs. Well, let's push the button back here and let the seat do its job. As you can do, it's all power. You can't manually adjust it. Is it gonna squeeze me? Actually, look at this, guys. I have this much leg room. This is good. This is really good considering that a lot of SUVs, well, the large SUVs have more room, but like the midsize SUVs, I'm always touching my legs, my knees to the back of the seat. Now, this seat is moved back almost all the way back, so plenty of room here. Now, check this out, guys. This console in here, kind of a weird design, right? You have the cup holders, you have the two USB Type-C ports for your charging. Now, by the way, this is not for the front seat. This is actually for the back seat, as you can see. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it. There you go. I'm moving the recliner so you can recline the seat, make yourself more comfortable. And of course, you have those huge headrests that you'll need to drop in order for anybody to see anything like from the rear view mirror, but there's a fix for it. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. All right, the seats are nice and comfortable, a little slightly different material. This is a leather as well, I believe, but this is not this premium leather as you have in the first two rows of seating. And overall, very nice, comfortable. Let's see what's going on in the middle row seat. But before we get inside, let's check this out, guys. Sapphire is the color of the interior of it. All of this leather, suede, wood, polished aluminum looking trim. Everything looks so good on this. Now, Klipsch is the maker of the stereo, a premium brand, of course. We have 24 speakers. 3 of them are right here in this rear door, and right inside of this polished aluminum trim, there is a light strip. So this is for your ambient lighting. You can't see it because we're in full sun right now, but you can see the illuminated Infiniti logo right there at the bottom. You also see the seats. Check this out, guys. Semi-aniline leather, super comfortable, perforated, and that's because these seats are heated and ventilated. The controls are right here. You also have your own rear climate control, of course, 2 USB Type-C ports, 12-volt power outlet, and you have more power outlets, as I showed you before, in this middle console. Now, interesting thing, you can also opt in for the 3rd row heated seats if you wanted to. Now, both driver and passenger seats have their own storage compartment. Up on top, you have your vents, illumination, and additional speaker. And this vehicle has a good-sized panoramic sunroof and the grab handles for those who need some assistance getting in, which, by the way, I'm going to do right now. You have a decent size opening in here as far as the rear door, side steps to assist while getting in, and the grab handle if you needed this. But here it is, guys. Tons of room as far as the rear seat. Look at this. This seat, by the way, is adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm 5'11". I have about 3 inches in the back of this seat. Now this is adjusted all the way back, so I can easily adjust it a little bit towards the front, leaving more room for the passenger in the back. No shortage of shoulder room here. Now, if I were to complain about one thing, is the size of this armrest that folds down. It's kind of this tiny little armrest here. A couple of things before we get inside. Of course, right here is where you fill it up. And this is a premium unleaded fuel only capless design. 24 is the capacity of the fuel tank. Let's listen to the sound of the closing door. I know some people say it should be done on the inside. I'm going to do it on both, but the solid thud is a solid thud, no matter from the inside or outside. Let's check this out. Boom. Yeah, it's okay. I think maybe I heard a little bit of a rattle because of these door handles. Maybe it's just me imagining things. And the front door panel, very similar to the rear. You have this open or ash wood, and then you have 2 memory seat settings, window mirror lock controls. Again, 3 speakers right here in this front door, illuminated Infiniti spelled out on this sill plate. And look at the controls for the seats. Now you have, of course, back and forth, several adjustments as far as the reclining lumbar 4 ways. Here's your bolster adjustment and your massage for the seats. Seats are super comfortable. Again, this is that semi-aniline leather. We have the perforation in the middle, solid on the side. You have some tubing matching the exterior color of the vehicle. Check this out. This is the personal audio for this driver or passenger. You can take a phone call while there's stuff going inside, and it's going to be playing through here. I believe, at least that's what I was told. That's pretty cool. All right. Now, here is the rest of this interior. I'm going to jump inside, show you this. But before I do that, let's take a look. Some more storage underneath here. Nothing too crazy in the pedal box. On the left-hand side, you have the parking brake, auto hold for your brakes as well. Lane keep assist, automatic starting, turning off and on. And then you have the information. So I'm not sure what that is. We're going to check that out. And you can open your power lift gate. All right, guys, especially for those of you who'd like to hear it from the inside. Sound of the closing door, just as solid as it is from the outside. Let's check this out. The interior of it looks absolutely amazing. Starting on the right hand side, a big vent. We also have this Infiniti spelled out in here in this piano black trim. And this is soft touch. This is soft touch. Not sure if it's a real leather or imitation, but looking good, feeling good. 2 14.3-inch screens, both digital, of course. We have the digital rear view mirror. Head-up display. Right now it's displaying the cruise control settings, miles per hour, and the speed limit. Now take a look at the steering wheel. A different shape than we've seen most of the vehicle. Flatter, not completely flat, but flatter at the bottom and on the top as well. But it feels so good to the touch. It's very nice and soft leather with the contrast stitching on. And the interior right here, we have your safety features that display right in the instrument cluster: cruise control, dynamic cruise control, volume buttons. On the right hand side, we have controls what's going on in the instrument cluster. I'm going to show you the functionality of it: back button, voice control, and then we have seek and track for your audio. You have the shifters in the back. Here's your attention assist. Here's your first screen. Let me try to get out of the way. There's a lot of glare and reflection of it. This is where I would want to see maybe a hood over this, because a lot of the vehicles are going hoodless, and yeah, while they're bright, you can see yourself in it. Let's see what's going on. And here in this instrument cluster, you have several different features. So this is more of a classic design. On the right hand side, tachometer, speedometer on the left hand side, and we have the fuel gauge, temperature gauge. The vehicle's got 23 miles on it. Now, what I don't like about it, how reflective it is. See, you can see myself. I can see myself in it, and it could cause some issues as far as, you know, people trying to fix their makeup and stuff when driving. No, kidding. But that could be a little bit disruptive to your regular driving, and you might not see it very well. So let's see what's going on inside here. First of all, you have all your safety features: blind spot, lane keep assist, it's off. Forward collision warning is off. Now you have the Pilot 360, which I think it's off. Now to speed limit sign, and let's move on to settings. If you look at settings, we're going to hit OK. Driver assistance, head-up display, eco mode settings, TPMS settings, vehicle settings, towing settings, maintenance, customized display. Let's check this out. Change meter view. Okay. I'm going to see dynamic, how that looks. Nah, I think I like the elegant better. Let's see what the enhanced look like. Let me know what you guys think. I like the elegant better. I kind of fits this vehicle a little bit better. So let's go to the settings again. Clock, you can display it or not display it, because you have it on the side too. All right. Vehicle settings, unit language, factory reset. Okay, we're going to get out of here. Other than that, we have the speed limit sign. Here's your sources for your audio. Of course, you have the Sirius XM, AM, FM. You can put your navigation inside of here. Tire pressure will appear while driving. Here's your timer. And all-wheel drive torque, see where the torque is coming to. Now here's your trip meters. Average 2.9 miles per gallon. I know it's not very good, but this is just because this vehicle has been sitting. People were showcasing it more than driving. And here's basically your home screen. So this is your instrument cluster. Let's move on to the infotainment system. Another 14.3-inch screen. Okay, you have the shortcut buttons too, your brightness, and here's as far as the audio, bass, middle, treble, as far as your audio control, and then you can select where you want this audio to play from. Display off, vehicle hotspot, day and night feature. Here's your notifications. We don't have any. Let's go back to the main screen. So down here at the bottom, right here is a navigation. You can also switch it off to your audio. Here's your sources: AM, FM, Sirius XM, of course, your Bluetooth audio. Connect your phone. Wireless connection for both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here's your main screen. That's how the home screen looks like. Connections, driver, switch users. Here's your different apps. This is a pretty cool one. Here's your dash cam. Okay. Record event, take a photo, file menu. So this is the front and rear. And this is really important. I'm not sure if it records automatically while driving. I would assume so. And this is really important, especially if you, God forbid, you get into an accident. It's an easiest way to prove that you weren't at fault. It's worst if you were at fault, so that could work against you too. But so this is your dash cam. Let's go back. You have the Play Store, Google Assistant. So a lot of manufacturers are switching to the Google-based infotainment system. And I got to tell you, I think this is the right way to do it. It's a huge tech company. They know what they're doing. Why not let them handle the electronics while you handle everything else? Nice, bright, visible map. All right. Demo mode, dashcam, system information, interior light, Play Store, maps, in-touch services. Okay. So let's take a look and see how the rear view camera looks like. And we have the 360, so at least, yes, it takes up the entire screen between the top-down view and the rear view here. We have active trajectory lines from the top here as well. Let's see what else is going on. All right, this is probably even a better view, so you can see the side views on both sides. This is a large vehicle, so this is important. And you see how close you are. Like right now, we're close to the fence, but not, dangerously close. You have the rear view camera by itself, if that's what you prefer. Takes up the entire screen. All right, great job, Infiniti, on doing this. Put it back in park. That's your infotainment system up on top. Of course, you have this rear view camera mirror. You can turn it off and have it as a regular mirror, but as you can see, if you have anybody sitting in the back, it's going to be really hard to see anything there. So this is a preferred option, at least in my book. Now, scrolling down here, you have the power button, seek track. This is also your volume control, start stop button, and you have another screen. Check this out. This is your climate control screen. Now, this one, quite frankly, it took a while to get used to because it has this haptic feedback, and sometimes you have to like push it hard in order for it to do whatever it needs to do. But you have the heated, ventilated seats. You can adjust your fan speed. See, now, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but you can almost like hear this glass moving. Obviously, this is just the impression, I guess. Front, rear climate control, different modes. Okay, this is as far as your drive mode. So you have the personal, standard, eco, sport, tow, and snow. These are your modes. All-wheel drive auto, or you can put it in four-wheel drive high. You have the parking access, or you can raise the vehicle up. So again, temperature control. And then let's go back to your climate control settings. So we're going to go rear, front, lots of adjustments here. This is a huge improvement at what it was before, even though it was a dual screen too. And it says when key is off, push a key and key is on. Okay, that's when it's highlighted. Okay, off, not highlighted. Push it, you feel the feedback, and then that key is on. By key, I think they're meaning the icon, not the ignition key. Okay, now let me know what you think about this. This is more of a bus-like transmission. So of course, this is where you change gears, put it in reverse, drive, or manual setting in here, put it in neutral or park. And here's your auto height adjustments. And then we have the camera. You can do it day and night. Now I press this button right now. Now you see this vehicle actually moving up. Okay, so it's raising itself. And there you go. Now we're at the highest settings. So I'm going to lower it actually. This is your second screen. There's nothing behind it. Now here's a couple cool features. You open this up and you have the wireless charger for your phone, as well as two USB Type-C ports. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. Here's your cup holders, and you have more storage inside of this console. Pretty nice. If you want to have things out of sight, you can certainly do that. This is the interior. Let's see what else is going up on top. Okay, we can open the cover here for the panoramic sunroof all the way. And here, look how big it is. But only this small portion opens up. That's big enough. Okay, windscreen here in the front. Close it up. All right, this vehicle looks good. It feels good. It even smells good, to be honest with you, on the interior here. Well, let's take it for a spin. All right, so, well, before we take it for a spin, let's talk about pricing, because that's important, right? It's not a cheap vehicle. There are 4 different trim levels: Pure, Luxe, Sensory, and Autograph. The Pure and Luxe can be outfitted with either a 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and the cheapest one starts at $82,550. Now, that's a Luxe, of course, in the 2-wheel drive. It's going to cost you about $3,000 to go for the all-wheel drive at $85,550. Now we're looking at the Luxe 4-wheel drive, $92,650. Sensory 4-wheel drive, which is the model that I'm sitting in right now, $100,000 $100,645, so $100,645. This one has two packages that were added to this vehicle. That we have the Pilot Assist, the 2.1, and that's about $3,500 package, and we have the premium paint color at $650 or $695. With the destination, we have 105,840, and then the top of the line autograph trim is at 110,595, plus destination probably about $112,000. Let's take it for a spin. It is a large vehicle, so it's always important to see how tight the turning radius will be. And we have this open parking lot right here. So let's turn the wheel all the way to my right and let's make a circle. Okay. You can definitely feel the length of this vehicle, but it's not bad because of the design. It's very square. You can see everything that's going on the sides. It's easy to turn, and like I mentioned before, the steering wheel is absolutely amazing. Not only the steering wheel itself, but the steering system. It has quite a bit of weight to it, but not the weight like on the sporty vehicles, but you can feel while turning. It is a large SUV, so you're going to have some body roll. Now I'm going to put it into the sport mode. It has the air suspension, so I'm pretty sure it's going to adjust accordingly. And we're on this side road. Oh yeah, look at this. Even the twists and turns here, it actually feels really good. That probably would be my preferred mode. I was in the comfort mode before, or normal mode, I should say, and it was a little shaky. This is much better. It also has a complete different feel as far as the acceleration. Now, of course, the previous generation was naturally aspirated, huge displacement, a V8, had a different sound to it. This one is actually sounding better. The 3.5 twin turbocharged V6, 450 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. As a reminder, 9-speed automatic transmission. Seats are very comfortable. You can adjust the bolsters on them as well. I have them adjusted to my shape, and that fits perfectly. You sit nice and high, huge windshield, great visibility, big mirrors. There's nobody behind me, so I have an opportunity to actually stop right here and see how that acceleration is. All right, we got it up to about 55 miles per hour. Not bad. But you can definitely feel the size of it. Right? If you're not used to large SUVs, definitely test drive it before buying it online or anything like this. But to me, I like it. I like big trucks. I like square trucks. This is definitely a huge improvement at what it was before. Some people say it's a lot more expensive too, and of course it is. It's in some cases it's probably $10,000-$15,000 more than the outgoing generation. However, in order to compete with the big dogs, they had to put a better technology, better material, and they definitely did that. So if you're looking for vehicles that compete with it, they're all going to be in a very similar price range. We're talking, Lincoln Navigator, Cadillac Escalade, Grand Wagoneer, that would go against this. We also have some of the German competitors, of course, the Mercedes-Benz GLS. We have the BMW X7 as far as the large SUVs. These are going to be a little bit smaller, quite a bit smaller, and also a lot more expensive. And we can't forget about the Lexus LX, which always used to be a very close competitor to this. Now it's gotten a little bit smaller than the previous generation. I would still keep it very close as far as the competition to the QX80. And they're both great vehicles. They're both going to be over $100,000 Same thing with any of the competitors that I mentioned. So, well, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this vehicle. Has Infiniti done enough to be the best large luxury SUV in the segment, or would you prefer something else, and why? And if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content that's coming out. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.